to say. I'll work out when I do it. Yeah.
We're going to open back up with roll call.
Mr. Oglesby?
Here.
Ms. Reynolds? Mr. Tracy?
Here.
Ms. Jordan? Mr. Hardy?
Here.
Mr. Lee Turner?
Here.
Ms. Jackson? Here.
No action taken. Sorry it took so long, but Jamie wouldn't quit talking.
Sorry.
All right, so let's go back to the roofing bids here.
Well, I believe Superior's probably the cheapest, right? That's what I read it.
Well, that one's $300.
Yeah,
but
there's
Yeah.
one that's
Superior's
one.
a lot more outstanding business.
I like Superior. I've heard good
I mean, the three are very close. I mean, they are 16,398, 16,606, and 16,798. So they're all, those three are all very, very close. The other one is $1,000-ish, $1,000 difference.
I want to make the motion to use Superior to roof the library.
A second.
Yes, the other one's.
I actually don't know how we're gonna pay for it.
Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna propose that we pay for it is pay out of the equipment fund with the stipulation that it is paid back. But I would also like to reach out to that lady about
Yeah.
what the grant opportunities is
Sure.
for that too, if everybody's okay with that.
Can't have our library leaking.
So is that gonna be part of your motion?
That's all part of my motion.
Okay. And you said Superior,
Yes.
right? All right. So we have a motion by Lauren to move forward with the bid from Superior Roofing for $16,609.11. That it will come out of the equipment fund and be paid back over time
Who's it gonna be paid back by?
by the library fund. Just like we've done with every other fund. I talked to Jamie Warmer today and she knows, or that I was gonna recommend that. With hopefully maybe getting grant assistance through that.
Yep.
Okay.
Second.
Guess I need to go rent some books.
And a second by Jamie Jackson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Second thing, you have a packet at your table. This is all of our ordinance on animal control and the regulations, okay? So what I would like to do is, because we've gotten calls on what's allowed, what's not allowed, some people have stuff, some people don't. Send this to the police committee, because this falls under code enforcement, who is under the police department. Police committee, Jessica and or Tracy will get a hold of the committee members to set a time, but for everyone to look this over, and the committee will meet to see on any recommendations, modifications, changes, or keep it just how it is. Because there are many citizens around town that are currently in violation of this. However, like Chief said, I don't want to go start having officers write tickets if it's something that council deems that it needs to be modified a little bit. So we thought it would be best to look at it first, see if any modifications should be made to present to council before any of that step was taken. So again,
Who's on the police committee? You know,
Me,
Mr. Hardy,
I ain't Jamie.
Ms. Jordan, and Mr. Oglesby.
Who's the
Harding,
chair?
Jordan, and Oglesby. Harding is the chair. Okay, so Jessica or Tracy will contact you to get a time. Hopefully that can be before next council meeting with any recommendation of changes. If you think it's all fine, then we'll just keep it as it is and move forward. Is that okay with you guys?
All of these are different things, because some of these like dated back to '88. This top one is not the current thing, they're every single one is a different thing.
Though it should be packed with one, yes.
Okay.
And everybody else, I mean, also read through. I mean, it shouldn't just be on the committee members. If you see things that you have an opinion on, bring those to,
Meeting.
yeah, or send it to Tracy, to Jessica. Hey, here's something that I would like to be updated, changed, something like that. Okay, so everybody can have a say in it. Mr. Harding, did you have something?
Yeah, there's a couple people came to me lately, and we got some streets without signs. I mean, I don't think Short Street, and I'm gonna need your help with this, okay? This Short Street here is just a raceway, from a guy that owns 4 or 5 fast cars. There ought to be a stop sign every once in a while in some of these streets to slow down the traffic.
We're talking about stop signs?
Yep. I think, about 3rd or 4th Street down here on Short needs to be a 3-way stop.
Those are all set by ordinance, so.
Well, what do we gotta do to do that? I'm just bringing it to our attention that,
Cause I've
And I
had
would like to see
complaints
our
on Short
chief-
Street and 21st Street.
yeah, I'd like to see our chief maybe drive around a little bit and determine some of these to help us out.
Well, and if you,
Where
I
we
would
slow
recommend if
people
you've got
down.
some set locations that you think are more important than others, send those to him.
Well, I gave you that one. That's my main one. I
Okay.
mean,
Gotcha.
it's a pretty big, that's just your way to miss a main street and do what you want, right? Kinda deal.
Missed the traffic light.
You know, it's,
Third.
I'd third or fourth, anywhere down there about halfway to, just make them stop and think about it, right? You know, that's what stop signs will do a lot is just slow people down. You know,
They do
I like
something like
stop
this
signs
corner
because my car's
and-
fast enough to go from stop sign to stop sign, so that's, I like them.
Just in my time on council, we went through putting up stop signs everywhere, and then people complained that there were too many, so then we went through and taken some down, and then people complained, well, you took too many down, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, but, I mean, in this opinion of mine, I guess, is the main one, if we put them up, that's what 7th Street and Main Street's for, right? There is no stops on them streets, and that gives the officers less places to have to patrol for speeders, right? So, you know, it reduces where they're gonna have main shots to get a run at it, so to speak.
So, everyone help the chief out if you've got, ideas or whatever, if you've got officers that already maybe probably know some hot spots.
And they probably know better than I do around town, you know, where we ought to stick a few. I'm not saying a half a dozen to a dozen, I'm saying a few.
Yep.
And just slow some of the main traffic down.
Alright. Sounds good. Okay, anybody wanna go home?
Time out.
Yeah.
I got something I wanna say.
Sure.
We got a great superintendent over here. Everybody knows about the storm that happened yesterday. My house was right in the middle of it. I think it was the worst hit in all of town. And I called Josh, I just forgot what day it was and what time it was, and he was in church on Easter Sunday, and he answered the phone. And I thought that just speaks volumes about what
That
kind of
speaks
service we
volumes.
get from the people that run our departments and stuff. So Josh, I want to personally apologize, number one, and thank you for being so,
I did step outside, so.
I was gonna say, I'm glad the Lord didn't strike him dead on Easter Sunday for
I
answering the phone.
felt, as soon as he told me he was in church, I was like, oh my God, what have I done? So,
We
but-
also had 2 Facebook posts this week about our trash pickup people doing
Yeah.
such a good job
Yep.
going out
They do a
there.
good job.
Good to hear.
But that, I just wanted to say that, I think everybody needs to
No, I
have
think
it
that's
on the back once in a while when they do a good job.
Yeah, that's right.
And, all my brush is ready to pick up, brother.
Don't you know where that place is down there on 3rd Street, the dumping?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion by Neil Oglesby, a second by Bob Turner to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?